New York is a kingdom all its own. Behind the glittering skyline are fortunes that stretch into the tens of billions of dollars. But who stands at the very top? Stick around as we count down the top 5 richest people living in New York and reveal the surprising paths they took to get there. Let's dive right into it. Number 5, Leonard Lauder, net worth $34 billion, the heir to the Estee Lauder cosmetics empire. Leonard was born right in New York City and turned the family business into a global powerhouse. After joining Estee Lauder companies in 1958, he served as CEO and chairman for several decades, overseeing an aggressive expansion into international markets. Leonard's fortune largely comes from his stock holdings in Estee Lauder, which have skyrocketed in value over the years. Even after stepping down from daily operations, his influence in the beauty industry remains massive. Today, Leonard lives a quieter life in Manhattan, where he is also known for being one of the city's most generous philanthropists, donating hundreds of millions to museums like the Whitney and the Met. Number 4, Stephen Schwarzman, net worth $36 billion. Coming in at number 4 is Stephen Schwarzman, the king of private equity. Born and raised in Pennsylvania, Stephen eventually made New York City his empire after co-founding Blackstone Group in 1985. What started as a boutique advisory firm exploded into the world's largest alternative investment firm, managing over $1 trillion in assets as of 2025. Schwarzman's rise was fueled by his ability to spot distressed companies and turn them into gold mines. His wealth has ballooned thanks to Blackstone's public listing and continuous success. Today, Stephen calls a sprawling Park Avenue apartment his home, and while his massive real estate investments make headlines, he is equally famous for his philanthropy, pledging over $1 billion to education and the arts. Number 3, Michael Bloomberg, net worth $96 billion. At number 3, we have the man who needs almost no introduction, Michael Bloomberg. The founder of Bloomberg LP, Michael started his career at Salomon Brothers, where he was fired at the age of 39. Instead of folding, he used his severance package to launch his own financial data company in 1981. Today, Bloomberg LP is a global titan providing financial news, data, and analytics. Bloomberg's fortune grew as the demand for real-time financial information exploded. Beyond business, he also served 3 terms as the mayor of New York City and has remained an active voice in politics and climate advocacy. Even after donating more than $12 billion over his lifetime, his wealth continues to soar. Michael still lives in Manhattan, in a townhouse on the Upper East Side that is part of a 5-building compound he quietly acquired over the years. Number 2, Julia Koch, net worth $112 billion. In second place is Julia Koch, one of the wealthiest women in the world. Julia married David Koch, a prominent figure in Koch Industries, one of the largest privately held companies in America. After David's passing in 2019, Julia inherited a massive stake in the company. Originally from Iowa, Julia now lives in one of New York's most luxurious residences, a stunning Fifth Avenue apartment overlooking Central Park. She remains somewhat private, but is deeply involved in philanthropy, sitting on the boards of multiple cultural and medical institutions. Despite keeping a low profile compared to other billionaires, Julia's influence in business and society is undeniable. In 2025, she continues to quietly grow her fortune, thanks to Koch Industries' booming investments in energy, chemicals, and technology. Number 1, Jeff Bezos, net worth $187 billion. And finally, sitting at number 1 is none other than Jeff Bezos. Now, you might be thinking, wait, doesn't he live in Washington or Miami? And you would be right, partially. However, as of early 2025, Jeff has officially established a significant residence in New York after purchasing a mind-blowing series of apartments at 212 Fifth Avenue, totaling over $80 million. Jeff Bezos, of course, made his fortune founding Amazon, which started as an online bookstore in 1994 and grew into one of the most powerful companies in the world. Even after stepping down as CEO in 2021, Jeff's fortune has continued to climb thanks to his Amazon shares and savvy investments through his firm Bezos Expeditions. In New York, Bezos has been seen investing more heavily into media, real estate, and space tech ventures. While he keeps a low public profile in the city, his influence stretches from Wall Street to Silicon Alley. With a net worth of around $187 billion, he stands head and shoulders above the rest, not just in New York, but globally. So there you have it, the top 5 richest people living in New York as of 2025. From cosmetics empires to financial data kings, to the man who redefined online shopping, each of these billionaires carved out their place in history and, quite literally, in the skyline of the world's most iconic city. Which one of these billionaires' journeys surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of New York's elite, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, because we have a lot more fascinating stories coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.